Hello, I'm Jacqueline Dowland, a reporter with the Killeen Daily Herald. Today I'll be interviewing Republican candidate Scott Cosper with House Seat 54. The Texas House 54 incumbent, Representative Jimmy Don Aycock, did a lot during his tenure with education and in other areas. How will you carry on this legacy of getting things done, and what will be your priorities?
Absolutely. Representative and Chairman Aycock has done a great job representing Central Texas with House District 54. We're so blessed that we've had him for as long as we have, for almost 10 years now. And I look forward to following in his footsteps and being a strong advocate for public education and higher education for that matter. But he was the chairman of public education, and he recognized that we needed to do a better job of providing funding for public education for our local school districts, giving local control to our superintendents and our school boards, reducing the amount of testing that our students are going through and the stress level that creates, allowing the teachers to have more individual time to teach to the needs of the individual student rather than trying to teach to a test. And so we're looking forward to continue carrying that ball in order to provide the best public education that we can to the Central Texas area. There's numerous school districts in District 54, and certainly KISD is the largest of those, serving many of the dependents of the men and women who are fighting to protect freedom overseas currently and have for numerous years. And so that is a huge priority for District 54, is to continue to provide the best education for them. Additionally, transportation is a big priority. We have, over the last decade, provided over $150 million for the US 190 corridor to provide better access to Fort Hood and mobility across the district, providing three main lanes in each direction, increasing safety, reducing congestion, as well as planning for future capacity as our community continues to grow. Recently, we were awarded an Interstate 14 designation through the transportation bill, which Senator Cornyn and Congressman Carter and Williams helped us get that legislation in the bill that allows us now to look forward to having an interstate designation on the section that currently qualifies from Copper's Cove to Belton. That corridor will certainly grow to the east and the west as time goes by and funding becomes available. But currently, what that means to us is economic development, marketing tools, and the ability to create new jobs here in Central Texas. So we're excited about that. And that's the fruits from the labors that have been put forth and invested in our highway systems. Certainly there's been other investments like Highway 195 and the Cove Bypass that provide connectivity for Central Texas. We want to make sure that we continue to provide the best support that we can to our ag industry. Lampasas County has a huge ag industry over there, as well as Eastern Bell County does as well. And we need to provide property owner rights, water rights support, connectivity on our roadways, and all of the things that it takes to help that ag industry to flourish. I am so proud to be endorsed by Farm Bureau and the Cattle Raisers Association of the state of Texas. And so therefore, I look forward to being a supportive member of the House of Representatives to them. Security is always a big issue in Central Texas. Whether you're talking about here locally fighting crime, which I have a proven record of being tough on crime. I'm endorsed by the local Fraternal Order of Police as well as law enforcement at the state level. And so I want to take that commitment to law enforcement to the next level, providing security within our borders and making sure that we don't have drugs and trafficking occurring and not knowing who's coming and going across our borders and what they're doing. We need to make sure that we provide the security and the safety that our citizens expect in the United States and namely here in Texas as a border state. So with all of those things, I want to take the experience that I've gained serving as a council member for 9 years and a mayor for 2 to be able to go to Austin and represent all the citizens of Central Texas, not just the ones in Killeen, but all the way across the district, from Salado all the way to Lampasas and Lomita.
What is your plan to secure the residents of House District 54 with safe and reliable wire sources in the decades to come?
With safe and the wire sources, we need to work with our telecom companies and the providers and make sure that they make it a priority in their budgeting to provide access to the rural areas, not only the hard wiring, but also wireless support as well.
What do you think the top issues are for military families and veterans, and how do you plan to represent them at the state level?
I think the top issues for our military and the veterans are that they want to have good quality education for their dependents. We've already talked about that briefly, but that's important to them. When they are overseas and they're fighting to protect our freedoms, they want to make sure their families are taken care of. And in addition to that, to our veterans, the ones that are departing the Army, they want a good quality of life, job opportunities that pay a better wage and a good opportunity for them to have a second career, to be able to move forward in their lives. And I think that Central Texas has been the diamond standard of providing that quality of life and those job opportunities. As you look around and you see expansions in the hospitals, expansions throughout the community, you see retail going everywhere, housing going everywhere. You see the Texas A&M University continues to thrive and expand, and that means people are getting nursing degrees and they're getting bachelor's degrees, master's degrees that are going to provide them the education that they need in order to be able to get into the workforce and make a meaningful difference, as well as draw a good salary with the degree plans that they receive from there.
What makes you the better candidate over your opponent?
Well, I have lived here all of my life. My wife is an educator here in Central Texas, so she is already involved in the education system. I've served on the city council, I've served as mayor, and certainly recently I was named as a recipient of, or had a day named after me from the Central Texas Council of Governments regarding serving 16 years consecutively on the TxDOT Transportation Board, which is known as KTEMPO. We have brought, as a group, over $1.5 billion to the Central Texas area for highways, hike and bike trails, connectivity, and congestion improvement. So I am very proud of the regional experience that I have gained there, serving as the vice chairman for 4 years and the chairman for 5 years, working with mayors, commissioners, and county judges across the entire district to solve transportation needs, and that is a great accomplishment that I am very proud of. I also worked to bring the Fort Hood Regional Airport to fruition. I've worked hard on the local highways, worked hard on bringing parks and hike and bike trails to our area, as well as providing the services that are needed day to day throughout a community. So I am prepared to go to Austin already aware of the issues and what the concerns are to the citizens of Central Texas, who are what's important about this district.
Is there anything else voters should know about you?
Voters should know that I am committed to serving them. I don't have any agendas to serve myself. I am here out of a love of community. I love Central Texas. I have a proven record of pouring myself into this community and working hard to make a difference and make it better, fight crime, and to provide a quality of life that is wonderful to the people that live here in Central Texas. Numerous times over the last decade, Central Texas has been recognized for its affordability and its fast-growing community that we have. So we are doing lots of things right for us to be ranked in the top 10 nationally for fastest-growing communities. In the last census decade, we grew by more than 46% here in Central Texas. And that is done by a collective effort of numerous people providing safety, good schools, good jobs, and good quality of life. Central Texas is a great place to live, and I look forward to being allowed to serve the citizens of District 54 here and to continue serving the citizens of 54.